Hey everyone, this is Danny Hauger, and today I'm giving you a hands-on review of a February 1st vision of what it's been like to own an Atgames 4K pinball machine, and how I'm feeling about the gameplay, what it's looking like, and the features that are yet to be desired because they've not been released. Let's take a look at some video of the table. You'll see 4 minutes of a general discussion of what I think about the pinball table, and then get into specifics about 4 minutes in. So feel free to check it out. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video and you want to support independent music. Go check out all my other videos. Thanks a lot. Let's get right to it.
All right, so it's been quite a process, as I'm sure it has been for everybody who's pre-ordered the Atgames Legends 4KP. One of my complicating factors was I never received any of their emails. Nothing about after I made my initial pre-order about shipment, about my surround sound kit, not even the updates about when waves and batches would be out. Just never came. None. And no, they weren't in my spam. No, it wasn't on a different email address. Checked all of them, and there were just no message. It was almost like they had been blocked or just couldn't reach my email, or I wasn't on the list of people to contact. So every week or so, over the past 2 months, I had to send an email and say, hey, any updates on this order number? And I would send them screenshots, and they would kindly, and within 24 hours, get back to me with replies. So that was helpful, although ultimately you would hope for better service when you pay for, something of this nature, and it's a long wait. Pre-ordered in September, finally emailed them to make my payment January 19th, and then about a week ago, I received it. It's February 1st now, so if you want to see an updated video, let me know in the comment section. First of all, really like the way it looks. Not a huge Addams Family fan. Once I found out Snoopy and Peanuts were an available skin, I much rather would have had that one. But they, upon contact, would not let me switch to a later date, even if I paid the difference and even if I waited until Snoopy pinball machines were being shipped. It was not going to be an option for me, and I definitely don't want to. But I am having a lot of fun playing with what's come up on the table. Really like the interface, which you're taking a look at here. My wife commented on that she really likes that the back glass doesn't look like a video, that it looks sort of like a matte background, as if we owned the machine, that's what it might look like. Just a clear, concise picture. Super easy to navigate. In about 20 minutes, I installed the control panel deck update. Some people had them on their old arcade pinball machines from Atgames. Definitely worth the money if you can catch that on sale. Okay, now let's get to some errors, and then we'll talk about some good things. First, you get the same message about flash drive X or your USB mounting every time you put your drive on, and every time you turn on the machine, even though it was already plugged in before the machine was turned off and on again. That's sort of unnecessary to get notifications that pop up that are really not new. That's information that does not need to be there. Maybe Atgames will remove that in a future update. Also, not being able to play the games that I pre-ordered is my single biggest complaint at this point, that the store is not open, that App Store X shows you pinball games you can buy, but if you already pre-ordered in September like I did while things were 50% off or on a good sale, you can't play those machines, and so you're stuck with the 15 that it shipped with. On the one hand, it's great to have the machine early, and if you ask me, hey, would you like to have the machine early? If we send you the games that are stock and then you just wait to get the ones you paid for later, would you like to do that, or do you want to wait till everything's available? Yeah, if it was framed like that, I'd probably be fine with just receiving everything later and knowing that was going to happen. But when I paid 60, 70, 80 bucks for some advanced pinball tables of titles I was very excited about, and upon building the machine I can't play them, somewhat disappointing. As for the build, it was very easy. I did it by myself, and it wasn't a problem at all. It's a lot quicker than putting together an arcade one-up. And I really like the way that it comes basically in 2 large pieces and then you just assemble things. The speaker grills look good. The displays look nice. I wish the DMD was larger than 8 inches because it looks small in comparison. But the back glass is sweet. The monitor looks good. I wish the stock games that came with are a little more animated, or maybe you put the DMD on the big side of the screen and put the little static picture on the smaller screen. I think it would be better utilized, but it looks great. The speakers are solid. They sound really good. Just randomly assorting some thoughts here. When you shut the machine down on the switch under, everything flashes red and then white, which is kind of like makes you think your machine's about to break. So I'm not sure why they don't have like a software shut off button, but it does work. The interface in the menu is super clean and a huge improvement from where things were. Now let's roll that video once again and talk about specifically what we see. Coin doors look awesome. I really like this, that it's centered now, that was some feedback that Atgames listened to and developed. Here I am peeling off the plastic which I didn't know I didn't do before, which is sweet. Please pardon the mess. We have 2 daughters, and it's a little bit of a mess in the room all the time, even when we clean up. Trackball, I haven't been able to play that yet because they have not opened the potential to bring your own games at this point. In February 1st again. In the future it will be, and I'm sure that will be pretty sweet. But for now, even installing it just to get through menus better, quicker, faster is 100% worth it, and I'm glad that I did that. Plus, I think it looks way better and way cooler anyway to anyone who comes by. The spiderweb grills, nice touch. Again, would have loved to have peanuts. Little criticism on the button layout here. I love that they moved the USBs and HDMIs to the back because it's you don't have any cables running down your screen, which is sweet. But I dislike that the volume plus and minus. I'd love to have that on my control deck because sometimes you're playing and you want more volume or less. And when you're playing a game, you're not going to walk up the side of the machine and reach up to the top to make that adjustment. So I wish I could do that with one of the 6 buttons that I have closer to my hands where I'm playing near the flippers. The machine does take, plus 30 seconds or more to start up, which I feel like makes me feel like the chipset is slow or the processor is not very quick. But once it loads, it's very nice looking, and you can program custom music, which is one of my favorite features so far. Just go to settings, and there's a custom audio option, and you can put MP3s on a USB drive. You can only choose one track at the moment, which would be nice to be able to put a playlist there. But if you are good with audio, you can just add a few songs to one MP3, and that's good enough. I added the Toe Jam and Earl Super High Tops, I think is the band on YouTube. They have a live video that's just wonderful, and shout out to them. Again, seeing flash drive X and USB drive mounted 3 times every time I start up is a bit annoying. Also, seeing the code from like 1 month of Pinball Net from 2 years ago that I never redeemed, and not seeing the actual Pinball Net up yet, disappointing at February 1st that I can't use all the features that I paid for. But look forward to that coming soon. Here's a note that will interest you. If you pre-ordered the Natural History games not knowing they were going to come for free with your machine, I contacted support with the ticket number, the order number, and they actually refunded me because we shouldn't pay for tables that come included for free on our $1,000 plus machines. Yeah. I think they probably need to update this, that there's a delay still with the plunger. It doesn't follow frame to frame very closely. It feels like a half a second difference than what you see. But the flipper action doesn't feel like it has any delay at all, which is the most important feature of the game. Everything plays great. And I actually like some of these stock tables more than I would have imagined that I might have thought. That was probably too many words, no problem. But it's a lot of fun. I've had good fun with this pool one, the bowling one, robot. Very enjoyable. I think they're really good, actually, and pretty good fun diversion while I wait for my licensed tables that I paid for to come later. Yeah, the blinking light, a bit boring in the background, right? On the backdrop. But when we play better games, I think we're going to have more animated, fun stuff to come. Buttons work well. Everything feels solidly built. Love the weight, love the size. Great dimensions. The screen looks phenomenal. So there is a lot to enjoy. What do you think about your machine? Tell me out in the comments, and please like and subscribe. I cut out all the filler. There's no ads. I paid for the machine myself. No sponsorship here. Just my straight up review. Cool. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to follow Danny Hauger Music. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.